morning. Today is Sunday, December 9th. So let's look and see what the cards have to say today. Today is the day, purpose, sacred site. Where is your sacred place and what is your purpose? Okay. Next is music, harmony. Use some music today that expand you, that bring you an expansion of your spirit, that help to calm. Okay, calm and expansion. Those are always good things to have when you're listening to music, rather than stuff that is bone rattling, that amps you up to anger or something like that. There are so many types of music and they all affect your emotional self. So pick something today that's harmonious and helps to expand and calm you. Next we have the beloved. Okay. The beloved. Who to you is the beloved? I always see the beloved as the great spirit, God, whatever you want to call it. Wankantanka, if you want to call it God, if you want to call it Allah, if you want to call, Yahweh. It doesn't matter what you call God. God is still God. It's still that singular spirit, that wears all the faces of mankind, okay? It's the only face it has, okay? Otherwise, it doesn't have its own distinct face. Only when it subdivides or appears to subdivide. I say it's an appearance of subdivision because in the end, it's still the same singular spirit, okay? But when it appears to subdivide into the phenomenal world, then you see faces, okay? Then we get to enjoy, okay? Then we get to enjoy. Next we have efficiency. Efficiency, using what you have in an efficient manner. Okay, and last but not least, we have the koi fish spirit, which means there is always enough. We think, I don't have enough of this, I don't have enough of that, I want this, I want that, Well, we always have enough if we just look and use it wisely. Okay, there is always enough. Okay, be efficient. Now, there is one thing I wanted to say, though, about the koi fish spirit and always being enough. Now, there is an exception I would make to that, and that is on the Navajo and the Hopi nations. They do not have running water. Did you know that many of indigenous people in our country do not have clean running water? This is a disgrace to this country. The Hopi have finally gotten a well drilled, but it's going to cost them $22 million to run the lines, to get the pumps, to do what they need to do to actually get the well water, which they found well water. That's been dug, but they don't have the money to now bring it to the homes. Okay? And the same thing with Navajo Nation. They have a woman that takes water to people. Maybe once a month they'll get water. They put it in these big tubs and they have no running water. So again, this is a disgrace. I wish I were a billionaire and I would give them $22 million to run the lines, for God's sakes. This government should be doing that. But if the government's not going to do it, then we need to step in. We need to step in and make it happen, because this is, this is beyond wrong. People need to have And especially indigenous people, this was their country, for God's sakes, people. This was their country. It still is their country. And they should be afforded the right to have basic human subsistence, water, shelter. Okay? And there needs to be a way to get more jobs by the reservations. Okay, the Hopi finally opened a hotel, and next time I go cross country, I'm going to definitely go and stay there, where they've employed over 100 people, which is fabulous that they're now having a little bit of employment, but they've held off on doing casinos and that, and I applaud them for that. You know, that they are a spiritual people and they don't want casinos, you know, with drinking and gambling, and, you know, it just does not promote good things. And they've held off on that. Yes, they have. Oh, you want to give me a kiss? Is that it? Come on. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your puppy kiss with me this morning. Oh, yes, I know. You're just such an attention hound. You're all about the attention. Come on. Come on. You can come up here. And come up here for a while. Come on. My little attention hound. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that out today. There should be something that we can do to, you know, start a fund, do something, you know, to help them get water, for God's sakes. You know, we're not talking about, you know, they want palatial mansions. They want basic rights, water, running water in your place. Okay? I don't think that's too much to ask. So this is something I've been sitting with last evening, and you know, I'm trying to think of how to even start this, to do a GoFund. But you know, in order to do a GoFund, I would need to try to get a hold of the Hopi Nation and Navajo Nation and see if they would even accept that. You know what I mean? Who do you get a hold of to even start something like that? Who do you get a hold of that you can, you know, bring whatever pittance that can manage, you know, to bring to them? You know, I'm happy to do the music and donate whatever I get from the CDs to this cause, and, you know, to put in a little bit, you know, see what I can do, you know. Again, this is the time that you wish you were wealthy and that you had the money that you could just give them and say, you know, here, for God's sakes, here, you know. So I'm going to leave this here now. I would like to have your input, what you think about this, if you've got any ideas, you know. If you have any ideas for this, that would be great. I'd be happy to hear them. Isn't that right? You too? Would you be happy to hear them too? He says, I just want petting. So I'm going to leave this here, okay, and say, you know, what most of us have is always enough. But there are some actually in this country where they don't have enough. And it should be, you know, up to the rest of us to have enough grace and enough love to give, to you know, help them to make that happen, because that is a basic right. And the fact that the government doesn't step in and do that is an absolute atrocity. You know, Trump is even trying to take away their mineral rights on the reservations. He's trying to greedily make money, again, off the reservations and refuses to give them a penny. This is, again, not acceptable in any way, shape, or form. And something needs to be done. What do you have to say about that, Mr. Max? He said kisses about it? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Max. So I'm going to close this out here, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday, December. Okay. I think especially in this time, you know, with Christmas coming, I think it would be nice to give a gift to the indigenous nations of Hopi and Navajo to aid them in trying to get this, you know, done, to aid them in helping to get water to their people. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday. See you online.